To make a gnome ornament, we need a piece of cardboard, scissors, fabric or paper, any design that you choose, some beige or gray yarn or string, glue, and a brown pom-pom or half of a wooden ball. The first thing to do is cut a triangle out of your cardboard. And you want to use cardboard that's a little bit thick. I just took a piece from a box. You want something that's going to hold its shape when you cover it with paper or fabric. Just cut a triangle right from your box. The next thing to do is take your fabric that you want to cover your hat. This is going to be your gnome's hat. So this is the fabric I want to be the main color for his hat. So I'm going to turn it over, place my cardboard on top of it, and I'm going to cut around, leaving some space around the edges so that I can fold it over. If your piece of fabric is already small, you can just glue it to your cardboard and just wrap the edges around. My piece is a little too big, so I'm going to trim it down first. Which is easy enough for you to do, and you can just leave your scraps for another project. And then once you have it cut about the size of your triangle, a little bit larger, you're going to put glue along the back and fold your fabric over and glue it tightly to the back. You might want to do this in stages so that you can kind of fold the edges so that it's smooth. But you're going to glue the fabric to the cardboard so that the front is completely covered. Now you can use white glue if you want, or craft glue. If you do that, put some clothespins on it and let it dry for a while, or you can use hot glue if you'd like as well. Once your fabric is all glued to your cardboard, you can place a trim on the hat if you'd like. I'm going to take another piece of fabric and I'm just going to cut a strip out to put on the bottom. You could use ribbon, you could use paper, you could just leave it plain. It's completely up to you. Once your hat is decorated the way you'd like, you can put the hat aside. Now if you have just plain paper, you could use crayons or markers to color it. You could glue pom-poms or put stickers on it. It's your gnome, make his hat however you'd like. But once it's decorated and complete, move that to the side and take your yarn. And what you're going to do with your yarn is you're going to start wrapping it around your hand. Probably 10 to 15 times, depending on the size of your cardboard and the size of your hand. Just going to wrap that around a whole bunch of times. You can always add more if you need at the end. And then just cut the end. Now you have your hand wrapped with yarn. You're going to take it off your hand so you don't cut yourself. And you're going to cut through all the top loops. And you're going to do the same on the bottom. So you're going to have a bunch of pieces for his beard. And then you're very simply going to take your cardboard hat and turn it backwards. And you're going to put glue along the back. And you're going to glue his beard right along. And you can trim his beard once it's done if you want. So just glue it as you have it, and we'll worry about freshening it up and cleaning it up afterwards. Once the glue is dry for your beard, you can take a scissor and you can even up the ends if you want. Or you can have a gnome with a messy beard. It's up to you. But if you want, you can just go through and even up the ends a little bit. And then the next thing to do is take your pom-pom or your wooden ball and just glue it right there on the edge for his nose. The last thing to do for your gnome ornament is to glue a string or a hook on the back. Now I just took a piece of ribbon that I cut that I'm going to fold in half and glue at the top behind his hat. You could use ribbon, you could use fabric, you could use a pipe cleaner, you could use just any type of string that you have. Add a hook to it so you can hang your gnome. And that's it, your gnome ornament is done. If you want, you can glue another piece of cardboard, cut in about the same size, to neaten up the back a little bit so that everybody can't see the edges of your fabric and your yarn, but that's not necessary. You could just leave it like this. And if you don't have a brown pom-pom or a ball, you could use a white one. You could give them a red nose if you wanted. You can have fun with it because we're crafting and there's really no mistakes in crafting. So make a bunch of gnome ornaments and send us photos.